What is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Got a great show for you guys today, man. A good friend of mine that you guys will see here shortly, who is just changing the fucking game for the market. You're going to see him here shortly. And we'll talk about something that he's doing. Good morning. I'm going to start doing these live shows probably every Wednesday morning. So I'll be in here live. You guys can record the audio or listen to the audio later. But we're going to try to put these in there. That way you can interact with me and the guest. So this should be a good time. So I'm going to get this thing started. As always, we always start off with the pledge. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless the United States. All righty, let's get this moving.
If you're trying to take your HVAC game to the next level, then buckle your seatbelt, crank up the volume, and try not to be offended, because you're listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast with Gil Cavey and Kelly McKay. Now, here's Gil and Kelly.
What is up, everybody? So obviously it's just me, if you haven't heard. Kelly's taking a little time off, needed a break. So a lot of people already know that. But good morning. We have a great fucking show for you guys today with somebody who is changing the fucking game, is changing how we do things. He's crushing it. And not only does he crush it for himself, he's given other people, he's given owners, technicians away so that they can crush it too. And there's no fucking excuse. So let me switch this camera angle so you can see the man that I'm talking about. Let me unmute this. What is up, Vic?
Gil.
Nothing, man.
What's up, Gil? How you doing, man?
Good,
Thanks
good,
for
buddy.
having me on.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate it. I know that we're early and it's like, fucking still dark outside. And he's a Browns fan. So what the hell are we doing here? Yeah, when Vic said he was going to come on, I was like, damn, 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'm like, fuck, it's like 6 o'clock your time. Are you good? And he's like, I'm good, man.
Yeah, man, it's always working, man. Always ready. Like I said, I'm always trying to find a way to reach out and help as many people as possible. So, like I said, thanks for having me on, man. Yeah,
of course, man. I love having you, man. Yeah, so I guess before we get into that, just what's been going on with you, man? I know, like, every time since the little bit of time I talk to you, like 15 things happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, since the last time we talked, I know you were out of my shop doing a training with me in Southern California. And when I was there, I was telling you, hey, Gil, I'm actually going to start building an app, right? And I think it was about 6-7 months ago we were having that conversation. And I wanted to build an app that's going to allow anybody, any walk of life, be able to learn how to do heating and air conditioning, how to repair air conditioners, how to diagnose them, how to run a service call, how to run a proper tune-up, how to run a proper estimate, how to generate more revenue, either repair revenue, service, or whatever it is. And that's what I've been working on for 7 months. Me and my brother and a camera guy have been shooting nonstop videos to be putting inside of our new app that we built. So we're getting ready to launch that on Monday. It's called the Service Hero app, and it's going to change the industry, man. I'm pretty excited. So that's what I've been working on.
That's awesome, man. I mean, obviously, when you told me that you were going to do that, I could only imagine what it was going to look like, and then being able to see some of it over the weekend, and not even all of it, I was like, fuck. I was like, knock this one out of the park, because looking at it, every technician who's out there can benefit from having this in their pocket. There's no doubt about it. So guys, if you're looking at this, you need to look, because there's already like a demo and stuff up online, right? Like they can look at.
Yeah. There's some videos and stuff they can check out. I mean, we're in the final stages. We're actually getting live on the Apple Store today, which is pretty exciting. I don't know if anybody's ever built an app, but it's a whole other nightmare. It's nonstop, and I have a great team that's behind me that's been working on it. My partner's wife Jody's been answering, doing phone calls until 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, just trying to make sure we get this thing right. And for me, obviously I don't like to put my name on anything that's not successful and not going to be good. So it's been a lot, man. It's been a lot to try to build this thing out, but I think you should be able to go on our website and be able to check it out.
Nice. Well, I highly recommend that everybody does that. And the app, and then also, Victor offers classes where you can fly out to his location out there, and they do training in there. Me and Ryan, the owner of my company, have went out there. Training was amazing. it was a jam-packed 3 days, and we've actually taken that back to our shop, and it's literally changed the way that we do things. So you guys know, man, and I shouldn't have to say this, but you guys that are new, that don't know, I would never, ever bring something to you that I didn't trust or use myself. And Victor is one thing. The stuff that he's offering is changing people's lives, man. And I'm not saying that because Victor's sitting right here. That's just the fucking truth. This app is fucking legit. You have a guy who knows a little bit about a little bit, and you need to carry him, coach him through, hold his hand. That's what this app's going to do. Before he does everything, it's boop. Oh, that's how I say it. Oh, that's how I do this. That's how I say it to the customer. I mean, it is literally the ultimate fucking tool in your hand. Everything else in your tool bag, this is the most important one. And it's really that simple.
Well, I mean, I guess I can circle back around too, Gil. So like, everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? And like, how does he know everything? Right. Like, and I was a technician myself. I've only been in the industry for 6.5 years. Right. And I grew from knowing nothing. I didn't know what HVAC stood for in March of 2015. And I got an opportunity at one of the best companies in the country, which is Service Champions out in Southern California. And they have some of the best training, and they have some of the best training in the country. Like, they put you through some sales training, technical training, all this stuff. And very quickly, I became one of the top techs in the country, and then became Airtime 500 top selling tech in the country. And then I was heavily recruited and paid a lot of money to go sell for other companies. And then I started my own, right? And I started my own 3 years ago in August. And now we've done over $30 million in revenue in 3 years, starting from scratch. And the way I've been able to grow my business is through everything that I'm teaching in this app. And that's why, when I literally, we're on the Uncensored podcast, I was literally taking a shit one day and I came up with this idea. And that's ever since then, I've just been kind of running full speed with it. So I'm like I said, I think that I've taken everything that's in my head and everything that I've learned, and I've been in rooms with, $7 million a year salesmen, and I've been in a room with all these different people and got to see all the little nuances and how to create revenue, where you might be from a small shop, right? You might be a 3-man shop. You're never in your life going to get the training that I went through, right? Or your owner's never going to invest in it, or there's not enough time, or they just don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And I've been blessed, and I'm a sponge, and I'm a student of the game, right? And I'm a student of the game, and I always want to learn more, and I'm always trying to get better. And when I can pick up something, and now I can take everything in my brain, put it on video, and now I can share it with people throughout the country, right? So I think it's pretty exciting.
It is, man. And I love seeing guys like you that do things successful. And like, you guys don't have to help the little guy. You don't have to help other guys. Like, you could just make your money, do your thing, fuck the world. And just seeing, guys like you and being able to meet, like Ken Goodrich for the first time and just having conversations. The fact that you guys are even like, oh, well, this has happened to me and I would do this, like business advice, how to train techs, like that kind of shit's invaluable. You can't put a price on that. You know what I mean? Like, and let's not be, okay, this app, is this beneficial to you? Yeah, of course. But you're selling this thing dirt fucking cheap. You're damn near giving this away. I mean, that's the truth.
And that's what I wanted to, Gil. So like when me and my team are going back and forth, how much should we charge? Well, I can be charging a stupid amount of money for it. And guess what? It wouldn't be in as many people's hands. So when we said, hey, let's make it $49 a month, I said, I want it in everybody's hands. I want it to be, if the owner's a cheap bastard and doesn't want to take care of his guys, I want the technician, because I know as me, when I was a tech, all I did was HVAC. Like I would go home and study. I was on YouTube. I was looking at everything, trying to get better, right? And trying to reach out, watching Wally Long, watching Joker Sarah, watching all these videos I can find online. And it was hard to find it. And it was like, you don't know which is good, which is not good, which actually works. But if I was a technician and my owner was being a cheap bastard, I would just buy it myself for $49 a month. I'm going to go make millions of dollars off of it. And that's how I look at things. I look at it as an investment, right? Yeah. But for literally what you get inside this app, you're not going to get. I charge $25,000 to go out to a shop for 3 days. You're getting more information in that app for $49.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, and when you talked about it, I knew there was going to be a lot of stuff in there. And like you said, what I saw is not even everything. And I was just like scrolling through and I was like, fuck, you know what I mean? So it's definitely a lot in there. And also I would tell people, the app is great, but I would still go out to Victor's shop if you can. That's just my personal opinion. I think the app is to where you start. So just because you can't beat that one-on-one interaction.
Yeah, the one like for me, like, and that's my hardest thing is like my energy doesn't. It's hard to bring it through a fucking camera, right? So like when you're with me, like I have passion. My passion comes out, especially when I get to see guys light up. Like I think I've ran about 15 training classes now, and and I see when I see their eyes light up, or when I get that text message like, hey, dude, I just sold the system. I've sold more in the last fucking 3 days than I sold in a year. Like that's some of the text messages I'm getting. I'm like, holy shit, man. So it's kind of cool. And like I said, it's one of those things. And a lot of these guys have been in the industry for a long time, 20 years or whatever. And they didn't know this, what people did. They're like, I don't know how that big company down the street is so big. I don't know how they got so big. They must be fucking doing something wrong when in reality, they're just doing it the right way over and over and over consistently. And it's generating them better. The customers like them more because I teach, customer service. I'm going to teach you how to not have to lie to customers and make money, right? That's number one for me in my book. You lie to a customer, you're a piece of shit. I don't even want you in my class. Like, I don't do that. Yeah. And then second, I'm going to teach you how to create a customer for life. Like, even if they don't buy today, they're going to love your fucking company and they're going to come do business with you sometime in the future. And that's how I've grown my business. That's why we have one of the highest rated companies in the country. And it's because we do the right thing all the time. And over time, eventually you just create so many customers that you just have this plethora of people that's calling you that only want to do business with you.
See, and that's what I love, man. I love that you just said that, Victor, because everybody's like, oh, I don't want to be a salesman. I'm not a salesman. And it's like, dude, you guys, you are mind fucking yourself, man, because that is not even the case. And, and I'll be honest, and I've told Victor this, I thought going out there, it was going to be some salesy stuff and stuff like that. It was nothing of the sort. None of that. It was about being thorough, doing a job that is like going to wow the fucking customer, setting the expectation, and doing it a process so you can do it every time, every call. That's where people make the comments like being like McDonald's. Somebody put something in the group the other day. Why do people compare to McDonald's? That when I had was my first job and I fucking hated it. Well, you're probably a dipshit. So let's just be honest. But yeah, I'm glad he said that. Like, guys, it's just, there's so much more out there. So all you guys that are, you're grinding, you're making, $30 an hour and you think like you've reached the pinnacle. Like there's so much more ahead of you if you just take your fucking blinders off, man. That's just being honest when I hear that statement.
Well, I got technicians that are making $200,000-$300,000 a year plus, right? And I've been in rooms with guys where I made well over that, and I got a buddy of mine that he made over $1.2 million last year selling air conditioners, and he doesn't have to lie or cheat. He just follows the process and does it the right way, right? And so these are things that are possible or that are out there that people either their minds are so shut off and they don't want to listen to it, or there's the guys like me that are like, hey, what the fuck is that guy doing? I want to go follow that guy and I'm going to go learn and figure out what the hell he does. Cause I want my family to have things, right? I want them to have the stuff that they need. I want my daughter to go to private school. This is what I want. And the only way to get it is to become the best at what you do. Right.
Oops, sorry. I mute that. I was trying to watch the video with the comments. Yeah, no, exactly. And I'll be honest, dude, I always tell this people, like, I'm not a guru in anything. I've never been. So, and I never claim to be. I've had decent sales years. I've been decent, but you're talking about the big guys. I mean, I'm not sniffing them. So I always want to learn. And coming out there, to be honest, like while we were learning the process you were teaching us, I was just like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, cause it's powerful, but it's not like reinventing the wheel. It's just putting it all in one place.
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, I don't say I'm special, right? I don't think I'm special. I'm good at a lot of things. And one thing I'm good at is taking and applying. Like I can take whatever, you could tell me something today we used to have our morning meetings, right? And we have all these guys in there and I'd hear one little thing and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go sell some shit today using that. Right. And I just take, and that's the beauty of like the app or coming to my training, right? You might pick up one thing that adds an extra $500,000 to your sales in a year, right? One little thing you could change the way you operate, right? And there's this one line that I don't know if I should use it on here. We'll see. I'll see if I'll give it to you. That's some free juice. You know what I mean? I'll teach you how to sell some shit. But there's a couple little things that I picked up and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, but I'm going to do it this way. And then all of a sudden now I'm selling all the time using the same process, right? So maybe I'll give it to you guys before the end if you're lucky.
See, so everybody put in the comments, if you're trying to get the juice that he's giving, put in the comments, I want it, and we'll see if Victor's nice enough to give it to you. Yeah, no. And it's like, and it's one thing that I always, when I hear people say that kind of stuff, it is normally the people that spend the most money with you give you the best reviews. They're the happiest customers. It's the ones who nickel and dime you, the cheapest ones with the shitty reviews are the biggest fucking problems. You know 100%. What I mean?
Yeah, and it's you've been there. There's ones where you've been there. You go and sold them. I've been houses where I sold them $40,000 systems and high efficiency systems and stuff like that. And they're feeding me dinner. We're having a good time. They invite me on. I got invited on one guy's fucking boat to go hang out with him and his family, right? And these are the kind of interaction that you want to deal with. But then you get the guy where you're the fourth or fifth bid, and you're in there battling, and you're just like, dude, like, and I'm blunt. Like I say, hey, dude. Look, do you like wasting people's time? Like, is this what you want to do? I just want to understand. Are you into wasting people's time? Because if you're not into wasting people's time, we can go ahead and cut all the BS and I can get a deal for you that's going to make sense. But if you just want to waste time, we can do this. We'll go back and forth. And you'd be surprised how many people are like, what? And then I'm like, yeah, dude, like, you already had 5 other dudes and you already have 4 other dudes out here. I'm the 5th dude. What are you looking to get out of this? You want the cheapest price? Or do you want the best installation for the best price? And usually they're like, well, yeah, I want the best. I want quality and I want a good price. So it's like, okay, cool. Let's cut the BS out. Let me figure out where you got to be. Where's your budget? Let's make it happen. I don't like to circle talk with people. A lot of guys are like trying to fucking razzle dazzle. I'm like, dude, come on, bro. I know you're not paying full price. What do you want to pay today? And if it's within my means, and if my company could do a 5-star job for that price, I'll do it for you. If not, we'll just shake hands and walk away, dude. And you'd be surprised how many people, when you get real with them, they just like, okay, I like this guy. Let's buy some air conditioning.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And I know when I first, especially going from, like tech sales to actual like true sales calls and stuff like that.
Learn a whole other beast.
Yeah, it's totally different. They already have their game face on because they know you're coming to sell them something. And when they say ask for the sale, like sometimes, you get in there and you start BSing around or you talk too much and you talk yourself out of a sale,
Yeah. So like I came from being a technician and doing technician sales, right? So I was a technician as turning leads. And then once I got really good at turning leads, like really good, they just say, hey, okay, you can start selling. Then I got really good at that. Then when I went to I came from a company that was more of a turnover model company. And then I went to the next company where, I'm like, oh, it's just another HVAC company, right? What they're the same. They're all the same. And you go there and you're like, oh, this is an estimate company. This is a whole different ball game. I went from running tune-ups where people liked me and I go in the front door, leave out the back door with the cash. Then now I'm going to a estimate where they were in fucking Lowe's. They went to go get a light bulb. Now they're getting chased down for an air conditioning estimate, and I got to go in there and sell it at a high clip, right? So you're going in a whole different ball game. So you start learning like little nuances, right? And things to say, like, when I walk in the door, I'm like, hey, is this something you're trying to get done right away, or are you guys just kicking the tires on? The only reason I ask is because we have some crazy specials going on. I don't want to offer those to you unless it's something you guys are trying to get done right away. And when I started doing that, I started flipping a switch in their head like, oh, what do you mean? I'm like, well, the price right now is I don't want to give you a price and then you call me in 2 weeks and it's not the same because the manufacturer's offering all kinds of crazy stuff right now. And that's how I would break the ice in the beginning to find out if they're tire kickers or if I had to work harder or what I had to do. So, and just little stuff like nuances like that when you're on an estimate call to set the stage in the beginning to understand who the fuck you're dealing with, right? And a lot of times they're like, well, we're not trying to buy right now. Oh, cool. What I'll do is I'll give you what the full price is going to be when you're ready to buy. And, and that's what I'll do today. I don't want to offer, I'm not even going to let you know about the specials. I'm not even going to talk about it because they're not going to be available when you're ready anyways.
That's cool. So now you're setting that sense of urgency.
Yeah, exactly. Setting that sense of urgency early, right? Where a lot of guys wait till the end, they give out the price and they try to battle. I'm like, hey, dude, I told you earlier, like, I'm going to give you full price. And did you want to look at the specials or where are we at? Because it sounded like you just wanted to wait and pay full price. And then you can be surprised how many fucking deals you'll get just by it's called, what the fuck is it called? I'll think about it what it is, but it's people that want to feel like liars, right? So if you can get them to believe like, hey, but earlier you said you didn't want to do this. Well, I mean, yeah, I do want to do it, right? So it's pretty funny how you can mess with the psychology of people.
Yeah, no, that's good. I like that because we all know how it is. Like, I think the true like being a sales guy who can sell when it's 100 degrees outside and the sense of urgency is there is one thing. Being able to sell in the shoulder seasons or when the sense of urgency is not there and creating it is a whole nother whole nother ball game.
Well, one of the mistakes techs make, right, or selling techs, right, is they give out the money, like they give out the pricing before they got a commitment, right? And one of the things I like to do is take it away from the customer. So like, how much is it? You know what? I don't know. I'm just a technician. I don't do all the sales stuff, but I know that right now they're running all kinds of crazy specials, and the manufacturers are offering rebates, and they have like all these no money down options. Is this something you're trying to get done right away, or is it something you're kind of kicking the tires on? If it's something you're trying to get done right away, let me call and see if I can get the sales department out here, right? And then I'll call the office. Hey, is there any way we can get the sales department out here? They want to take advantage of the specials. Oh, the sales department's booked up right now. Yeah, they're booked out a couple of weeks. So I mean, everybody's trying to take care of these specials. Hey, hey, boss, I'm already here right now. If I give you some measurements and stuff, is there any way you can send me over some pricing? Hey, my boss said that, since I'm already here, if it's something you're looking to get done, I'll go ahead and move. I'm really booked up right now, but I'll call dispatch and push my schedule back. If it's something you're looking to get done right away, I can give you pricing. Or do you want to deal with the sales guy? Oh, I'd rather deal with you than the sales guy. Okay, cool. Yeah, boss, I'm going to send you over some measurements, do a heat load calculation. Can you send me over some pricing? I have my iPad on me, right? And I do this when I'm in the house. So that's how I flip my hat from being a technician to going back and being a sales guy. You know what I mean? You got to turn the hat around. And that's how I transition into it, because then I get a commitment. It's because people don't want to be called liars. So that when they go back and I give them the price later, hey, you said that if I cleared my schedule and I got you pricing, it was something you're trying to get done right away. And then I can corner them and get it sold. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and guys out there, guys and girls, just know the sales process is the sales process. Every call that we do is a sale. Whether you go out and you sell a contactor, you fix a contactor, a capacitor, it's a sale. The whole thing that, like Victor's app preaches. So let's circle back to the app real fast, because I want you guys to understand the value of what this is. This is literally, like, I know a lot of you guys love the Blue On app. Okay. So I'm going to kind of compare it to that. So the Blue On app, you can go in and look at any system, find model numbers, serial numbers, all different information you want. Very valuable, good tool. Okay, well, what if you had another app that you're decent in the field, but you're not great? We all need to be getting better. And you go on a call and you're like, shit, I think I can't remember how to put this piece in. Shit, well, I don't know what to say to the customer. What if all that was in literally one place for you? Literally one place. Hey, I need to add a hard start. Boom. This is how you change it. This is how you say it to the customer.
That's how you pitch it to a customer. So like, it's going to teach you how to sell the part, then it's going to teach you how to install the part. And then guess what? If the repair gets too high, it's going to teach you how to build urgency on how to get the customer to want to replace it. So it's everything and anything in between. It's going to show you how to go over options with the customer, how to go over financing, how to explain all this stuff. And one of the big things inside the app is urgency building and all the little nuances and how to overcome objections. So we have objection handling, stuff like that on, hey, it's a rental property. Well, I understand it's your rental property, but I have rental properties myself. And I know that when I go buy a new air conditioner and all of a sudden it starts breaking down every other year, I'm going to be pretty mad, right? Wouldn't you want something that's going to have a better warranty, that's going to last longer, that's going to be installed properly, so you don't have to deal with the headache? Because I don't know about you, but if my renter's air conditioner is not working, they're going to be calling me pissed off, right? Yeah. So don't you want, I understand it's a little bit cheaper, but don't you want to have that peace of mind that if something goes wrong, you have a company that's going to be there, right? So I'm able to get all these little objections are inside the app. So it's going to teach you how to overcome them, because when someone gets an objection, what they do is they freeze, right? Oh, well, let me give you a discount, right? When it's not that, when a customer gives you an objection, they're trying to get you to resell them. They don't believe in the product you're selling yet. They don't believe your shit. So when they give me an objection, instead of going discount, I say, hey, look, hold on a second. Let me bring back some more value and understand why I'm charging the price. And if you can, people just want to be resold. They want you to actually believe in your thing. A lot of guys get too scared to go back. But if you actually go back, you'd be surprised how many more deals you sell just by having conviction in what you're selling, right?
Yeah, they're so easy to go to that discount part. And I love what you said that, because we have some of our techs that's one of the things that they always get on, the whole landlord tenant. Oh, I can't work the process. It's a landlord tenant. I'm like, to stop. Yes, you can. Like, you're mind fucking yourself as soon as you walk into the door. They're like, oh, well, they're not here. Okay, well, get your ass on the phone and start explaining what you're doing.
So you don't even have to get on the phone, right? Get their phone number. And most people don't want to be, they're busy people, right? If you own property, you're a busy guy, whatever. So what I do is I don't call them. I just start sending, I get their email from dispatch and their phone number, and I start sending them pictures and videos of everything I'm doing. And then eventually they call me like, hey, dude, what the fuck's going on over there? I'm like, dude, did you get the pictures and videos? Like, I didn't want to bug you because you're busy, but there's a lot of shit going on here. And then all of a sudden, boom, I get them back in there, where a lot of guys will just go through the process at the end and say, hey, this is how much it's going to be. No, fuck that. I want to show you all these things. I'm going to take a video. Hey, this is Victor. I'm working on your property over here. And this, look at, I'm testing this thing out. It's testing bad. I'm showing this fan motor's leaking oil. Just look at it. Look at the running amps on this thing. This is really bad. It's supposed to be this. And I'll send them the videos, and eventually they call me. They're like, or whatever it is. And I do the same thing when it's a one-legger. When I get into it's just the wife. Hey, look at, there's a lot of information to go over. Do you mind if I have your husband's phone number or email? I'm just going to send him some pictures of videos of stuff I'm working on, so you guys can communicate later on when I leave and understand exactly what's going on. Does that sound fair? And you'd be surprised how many more of those deals you get, because the other guy was a lazy bastard, didn't want to do it. And then all of a sudden you go do that thing, and then now they can communicate together. And what happens, you start sending those pictures and videos to the husband. The first thing he's going to do is call his wife and say, what's going on over there, right? And then they're going to have that communication, and you're going to be able to sell more of those one-leggers. So there's a lot of little nuances that a lot of guys just imagine. If you run 2 rental properties a day and you blow them both off, that's all your money, dude. You're losing all your money.
Christ, I'd pay for it just for those 2.
Yeah.
You just said, and you think about it, that seems small, but that's pretty powerful shit though, man. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. Like I said, I don't fucking know everything, and that's pretty powerful. I could use that to handle some situations. So that's good stuff. And once again, everybody out there, it's sales, blah, blah, blah. Then you have not been listening to what Victor's been saying the whole time. Okay. It's about being thorough. Yes. When you're presenting to somebody, yeah, do you have to have the mind and persistence on how you present something and stuff like that? Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast. We all do that. And you guys know, even these like, I'm just a technician guys, you do the same goddamn thing. You know, when you go out there and you make it way worse than it is. Your indoor coil is really, really, really dirty. No, it's not. You add a little bit extra onto it. So don't stop acting like everybody's fucking angels, you know?
But I the thing is like, I'm not bullshitting. I'm showing them, like, the thing is, in a lot of sales guys, right, they teach you when you're at the table, how do you overcome these objections? I'm like, dude, I'm going to show you, like, inside the app, I show you how to create cold hard facts so where customers can't pivot, right? Like a lot of sales guys are like, hey, I sold 20 years ago and I know how to sell in this market. No, you fucking don't, dude. This is the internet market, motherfucker. And you better get your shit right. Otherwise you're going to be kicked in the teeth, right? So what I teach is like, it's like, dude, all it is customer service, doing a badass job and making it cold hard fucking facts of that. Hey, look it. I showed you how I tested it. Your fucking nomenclature says it's supposed to be here. I tested it. It's here. What do you want to do something? You want to leave it as is, or you want to take care of it? Because both of us know that if it's telling you it's bad, that's mechanically impossible to keep running like that, right? And it's when you bring facts in, you know how much more conviction you can have as a technician, how much more conviction you can have as a sales guy. When I'm telling them, hey, this is real, I can fucking stand behind it. Whereas a lot of guys just go in there and they build out their options and they throw a fucking air scrubber and a coil cleaning. They just throw it up on the top for no fucking reason, right? Well, I believe that you should never give an option to a customer unless you've already explained to them while you're there and showed them why they need it. You know what I mean? Like, if my technician leaves an air scrubber estimate on his paperwork, he better motherfucking open that coil or show them the coil or explain to them what it does, right? Because I call behind. We have a call by call manager that's going to say, hey, it looks like my guy recommended an air scrubber. Well, and the customer's like, well, what do you mean? Oh, he must have just thrown that shit on there, right? No, my guys, they've already explained it. They explained what it is. And then my call by call manager can go behind and try to sell that thing, right? So it's just, if you don't talk about it in the call, do not put it in your option.
No, amen. That makes a lot of, I like that. Might have to do that.
You see what I mean? But it creates conviction. If you don't believe it, sales is a transfer of beliefs from one person to another. And if you don't believe it, how the fuck are you going to sell to someone and get them to want to buy it? Unless you're just snake oil salesman, you're just selling bullshit. If you sell bullshit, you're not going to last very long in this industry anyways. It always catches up.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I even tell guys, if they want IAQ products or something, they want to test it out or different things, like, get it. We'll help you get it. You know what I mean? Like, use it in your house, believe in it, research it. You know what I mean? Because, I got certain, and everybody has different opinions on IAQ. But because of my wife's health issues, my mom, my kids and stuff, I like to have things on the houses that I live in. I want to try to do something, but I have a certain products that I use because I believe in them. Yeah, so I agree with that. You can't sell something you don't believe in.
I mean, you also have the product's names tattooed on your ass, but whatever.
Yeah, well, that's true. I might get a little bit of a kickback, but it's I still believe in them. And even more the first of every month.
Yeah. Hold on, the check didn't clear. Fuck that product. No, man. Like I said, it's I'm just trying to get guys to understand that there's another way of life out there, right? There's a way to make more money without having to be a bullshit sales guy, without having to do all that shit. And I want to provide, like, I think that this app is going to make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and more dollars for this industry, right? And for the people that buy it, and the people that are part of it, and the people that follow it and eat and breathe and sleep it, like I did, you're going to make more money than you've ever made in your life, and you're going to be able to take care of your family. And the cool thing is, in life, if you don't have money, you can't give back, right? How do you give back without having any money? So the more money you have, the more you can give back to other people, the more stuff you can do, or start your own business. So like, obviously the app right now and the nuances, like right now we're starting as a technician app, and then I'm creating a operations one. So it's going to you'll be able to buy that app, and it's going to tell you how to start a business. Where do you go to start a business? How do you create an LLC? How do you go to your manufacturers and get accounts? How do you get everything, dude? So I'm building an operations app for owners that's going to teach them where to go for everything. How do you deal? Should I lease a vehicle? Should I buy a vehicle? How do I go to? Where do I go to? All this stuff is going to be inside in the next app I create in the beginning of next year. So we're going to have plumbing in there. We're going to have electrical. We're going to have solar sales. We're going to have HVAC sales. So it's going to be like a encyclopedia for sales for pretty much any home service industry. It's kind of what we're building. So I'm pretty excited, man. It's just on the ground floor now.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, man. And it's so true, man, because I think the days of, like, you know, if you're second generation and your dad, your uncle, whoever was in the trade, like these guys who want to make $30+ an hour and they want to go just be that capacitor changer. Hey, I hate to say it, but you know, you're a dying breed. You know, for one, let's just be real. You're not profitable to the company. Okay. You cost money. You got these young, hungry guys coming out that all the old guys hate them, but they're willing to do these, you know, percentage-based pays, and they're out there fucking 18 years old making $200,000 a year. It's just, times have changed. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying you're wrong thinking one way. You've been trained a certain way, but you need to open your eyes, man. You guys are screwing yourself. Go ahead.
You know, and those people, I like I said, the app will help you guys. Like, even on those people, it's going to teach you just how to communicate. Communication skill doesn't matter no matter what. Like, you got to have communication skills in life. Even trying to sell a capacitor, right? Like, you know, everyone's like, oh my God, I got to sell a capacitor for $260. You know, like they start freaking out, and it teaches you how to explain to a customer and what goes in behind it. So I'm really big with my guys. I have them explain what goes into this thing. Like, hey, guess what? You're not just buying a capacitor today. You're buying this. And when someone's like, oh, I can't believe you're charging that much. I said, hold on, let me break down what it is. Gil, do you feel that it's right for my company to make 10% profit at the end of the year? Okay, you feel like it's a fair amount of money? Well, that's where we hope and pray that everything goes right. We make 10% at the end of the year. So this $238 goes into that 10% because the cost of doing business is astronomical. My employees have insurance. We have brand new trucks with wraps. We got iPads. We got software that we use. We have call center reps that if you have a problem, you call 24 hours a day, we answer. I don't know if that matters to you, but if you call Joe Bob down the street and he doesn't answer his phone for fucking 3 days, you're going to like that or not like that?
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, that costs money, right? Do you like a guy showing up in uniform or not in uniform? Do you like me wearing booties in your house? Do you like me? You know what I mean? So all these things start adding up. Do you think it's fair for me and my family to have health insurance, to be able to go on vacation once a year? Well, yeah, that's important to me. Well, that's how the business is able to afford that stuff, because we have to charge a certain price. We only charge the price we absolutely have to run a 5-star business. And that's it. Not a penny more, not a penny less. This is what it takes for us to run a 5-star business and be there in the next 10 years if you have a problem. If that's not okay with you, maybe we're not the business for you. Maybe you go with the other guy down the street who's not going to be there when you need him. And if you can say that with conviction, you're going to sell everything. Simple.
Change the fucking capacitor, Victor. I'll take it. Jesus Christ.
Fuck, yeah, dude. Like, fuck you, dude. That's my money. I need it.
Yeah, no. That's good shit, man. It's powerful. And let's be honest, there's a lot of guys out there that they're great technicians. The guys can fix anything, but they can't talk to somebody. So even if it's not the technical part that you need and it's just the communication piece, this is still valuable for you.
Well, check it out. So the other thing, and we had kind of talked off air about it. you guys know that everybody that comes out of trade school is a piece of shit, right? They don't train these motherfuckers anything like that. I can't even believe they have to pay to go to these classes, right? I got guys that paid they took all their $15,000, all the money they had in their name. They go to this trade school and they come out and they're like, I'm EPA certified. And I'm like, you can't do anything. Like, you're like fucking mentally handicapped. Okay. And that, everybody has their helper, the new helper that came out of trade school, and you're like, dude, I'm gonna fucking body slam this dude, right? Like, fuck this guy. Get out of my attic. Get out. Go outside. Go sit in the truck. And it's a problem, right? So that's the other thing is I'm hoping to get this app into every trade school in the country, and actually they're gonna actually get their $15,000 worth at $49 a month, because that's really what they're gonna get. They're gonna get more information out of this app than they will ever get in trade school. They'll know how to braze. They'll know how to do. They'll know how to do low voltage testing. They'll know how to do fucking every pump down a system. How do you do anything that you want to do with the heating and air conditioning system? How do I do a heat exchanger inspection? How do I pull a heat exchanger? How do I do all this stuff? And then how to communicate it. So if it's me and I got $15,000, I'm not spending it on fucking trade school. I'm going to buy this app and then I'm going to get an EPA certification. That's it. Like I will be a better employee, a better provider for my family by this app than I will on a $15,000 trade school. So, and I'm hoping I get into the trade schools and then they can actually provide a fucking real technician that's going to show up and ready for work.
No, I agree. And this is something that you can, to be honest, if a kid came to me and said, hey, Gil, I don't know anything. I found this app that I bought. I'm willing to learn. I'm going to go through this. I would probably hire that guy quicker than some kid that was like, hey, I just finished tech college. I'm like, yeah, you can 2 doors down, man. Just, yeah, we're good. Keep going.
Just do it sucks. And it's where we're at now. Like, we want to push these kids towards trade school, but then they get out and they can't make any money because they didn't learn anything. And then all of a sudden they're like, I spent all this money and the trades are fucking terrible. There's no jobs. Oh, there's fucking jobs if you are good at what you do. And the only way to be good at what you do is have a real teacher, right? These guys, all they're teaching them is how to get EPA certified and how to fucking read refrigerants, and that's it. And most of the time they can't even read refrigerant when they get out. I'm like, dude, what did you do for the last year? What did you do?
Get them in, get them out. I think that some of them don't even give tools anymore. At least I only went to it because my dad thought that was what I was supposed to do. He's like, why don't you go take it? I learned more hands-on from that fucking school, but they did give some decent tools. Some guys now, they take their money and don't give them shit.
Yeah,
they don't give them anything.
So I never went to a trade school. I got lucky to be hired at a company that did training, right? And that's how my business is. I would say about 90% of my employees now have never worked anywhere else, right? And we teach them in-house because you get them, by the time you get them from a trade school or from they're broken, dude. Like they don't even have, their mind isn't right. Their mindset's not right on how to be a good employee, and it sucks. So my goal, like going forward, is to create better people in this industry that are going to be able to take care of their family and take care of their lives. I genuinely think that what I'm building and what I'm trying to do over the next couple of years is going to change this industry forever. And I know I got some people that are like trying to catch up and I'm like, you can't fuck with me, dude. Like I actually have a serving heart, and I actually want these guys to succeed, because I've seen what this industry has done for me and my family. I mean, from 9 years ago, I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, doing oil changes for fucking $6 an hour. I was down in the fucking pit, right? Browns, yeah, we'll see in the Super Bowl, baby. And for me, and now it's like, now fast forward, I'm a multimillionaire, and I got this big platform, and I got to do all this stuff that I want to do, and it's all because of this industry, and it's all because a company took their time and educated me and gave me all these tools and put them in my brain. And an owner, Leland Smith is a fantastic owner, right? He took his money and he believed in me. He sent me to the Ultimate Tech in Arkansas. He sent me to the Lennox training. He sent me to all these things that set me up for success, right? Well, most of these guys throughout the country will never get that training. They'll never get the opportunity. They don't have a boss that's going to invest in them. He's just going to say, hey, go fucking install that air conditioner and figure it out, right? Or, hey, go run these service calls. Go run fucking 9 service calls a day and put 9 capacitors in, and I'll see you later. Well, okay. Well, if you came to your boss and said, hey, boss, I found this app, and now I learned how to run these calls a better way, and I think I can make you more money. Do you mind if you put me on an incentive pay, right? Hey, if I sell this, and this, you want to put me on incentive pay? And the boss would be like, yeah, right. You can't sell. Then all of a sudden he starts coming back with money. The boss makes more money. He makes more money, right? Or that young guy says, I'm going to go do my own shit now. I'm going to go run a better business because I think this is how we should run businesses going forward. I think this is going to allow the business, the entire industry to get better. If you want to stay old school, I'm going to get us to the next level. I already know that I can make more money doing it this way. So
yeah, that's,
you can either sit back and pretend like this, things aren't changing, but shit's changing, man. And this is going to speed it the fuck up.
It is. I mean, and people say they can't find jobs. If you can't find jobs, it's you. I hate to say it. It is, because everybody is looking for people. I mean, me and Ryan are we're interviewing people every day, all fucking day. So, I mean, we're constantly, people are like, oh, well, it's slowing down. I don't give a fuck. I want to find good people so they're here when I need them. I'll find something for them to do.
This is right now the time. Obviously, October is the best time to recruit, right? Because every technician thinks the grass is greener on the other side, and when it slows down a little bit, oh, they're giving me all the tune-ups, right? So this is what I try to tell my guys. I say, hey, look, as a business owner, okay, Gil, you're the same way. As a business owner, do you ever want to put your guys on a call where they're not going to make money?
No.
Okay, then why would you do it? Take a guess why a business owner puts a guy on a call he knows he's not going to make any money. Why would he put him on that call?
I guess for like the opportunity. I mean,
to make sure he has work, right?
Well,
now I'll fill my board. Hey, there might be a 1-year-old tune-up. Would I rather have my guys sit at home and not have work, or would you like to go to work today? Okay, so that's how I look at it. I know I'm not making any money on it. I'm probably going to lose money, but my employee's going to have work. So when technicians start thinking about it that way, they're like, oh, my boss actually gives a fuck about me. He's willing to go send me anywhere to make sure that I have work today. Okay, and that's the fucked up mentality of the guys. Like, they're giving me the shitty tune-ups. Dude, no one wants to give you that shitty fucking call. The only time you're getting that shitty call is because we have nothing else, and I care about you and your family, and I want to make sure you're fed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I look at it as a business owner. Like, dude, I'm trying to take care of you. You want to sit at home? I don't give a fuck. I'll make more money if you sit at home today, but I would much rather you be able to take care of your family.
No, that's a great point. I mean, we do the same thing. I mean, Ryan it's all about making sure the guys get their hours. We let guys ride together. Like, we make sure they get their hours if we have to eat it. So that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of guys don't, especially you technicians out there, that if you're that guy bitching, you know, oh, these tune-ups suck, this call sucks. Well, you could have not worked that day.
Well, I can teach you how to sell them tune-ups and make some money, but you being a bitch and haven't downloaded the app. You know what I
mean? and I wasn't going to say the cost because I didn't know that you did. But guys, $49 a month for that. $49. If you can't invest $49 a month in yourself to be better and make more money, how much do you really want to be successful? I'm just being honest. All these things out there, these different sales classes, technical schools and stuff like that, they ain't $49 a month. I'll tell you that right now. They're not even close.
Well, you got to hear. I mean, I'm getting everybody in the industry is pissed off at me. All these sales trainers are like, well, dude, what are you doing? I was like, dude, I don't think you understand. I don't even need the app for money. It's not about money for me. This is legacy, man. I'm gonna change the industry, and that's how I go about it. Shit, I don't care if I make it $10 a month. If I put it in every technician's hand and they make more money, then it's all I really give a shit about. But I feel like $49 a month is fair for me. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars building this thing, between that, building the app, the videography, and all the stuff. And obviously, we're gonna keep having more and more content in there. We're putting like Monday motivation. So every Monday, we're gonna drop a new motivational video. We're gonna have on site. We're gonna be sending camera guys to go ride along with some of the best techs in the country and ask them what they do and how they get better. Like I said, we're going to go into some of the best businesses in the country and see how they operate and see all that stuff. So you get to see the insides of these big businesses and how these other guys, their mindsets think. And I'm hoping that you're going to take that and like, dude, there's a possibility there. I can do that. Right. And if the more positive thoughts I can put in your head where it's possible for me, everybody's a normal dude. I'm a normal dude. Gil's a normal dude. All we are just normal ass dudes that just took an extra took more time, more energy, and invested in ourselves to put ourselves where we need to be.
Yeah. Amen to that, man. Yeah, it's, I mean, and people like, if Victor didn't have hustle and grind. Okay, so he just said he was in the industry for 6 years. Okay, 6 years total. So that's counting like the time now, right? Okay, so
yeah, 6.5 now. Yeah,
6.5 years. So now he's got, one of the biggest companies, fastest growing companies around, and an academy that helps train people, the marketing side of Service Hero that's helping companies market. You can also go see Victor. I can't make it to this one, but you can also go see Victor and a fucking amazing lineup in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing, man. I wish you can come out, man. Like, so 6 months ago, I came up with an idea. Me and this guy named Brent Buckley. Some of you guys might know him. He's a $7 million salesman out in Vegas. And we were going back and forth on Facebook, and we're like, hey, we should have a training together, right? And so all of a sudden we're like, okay, I'm gonna go shout it out in my Facebook group. So I shouted out, and everybody's like, yeah, I want to come to the training. I'm like, cool. Hey, Brent, we got all these people. And I'm like, dude, we should do something cool. So I said, what's cooler than fucking getting Grant Cardone? I'm like, I'm gonna go see how much it costs to get Grant Cardone to show up to this bitch. So I got Grant Cardone to show up, and then I was like, okay, well, now Grant Cardone showed up. Everybody else like, dude, I want to come too. So I got, Weldon Long, I got Jason Walker, Dan Antonelli, Tommy Mello, like all these like crazy names that I got to be in this lineup. So now, next month I got this event put on in Vegas. If any of you guys want to come, I can get you guys a discount code for HVAC Uncensored. But it's going to be 2 days in Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. It's going to be a fucking spectacle. I got like everybody in the industry going to be there, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be sick. And it's like I said, I have to like pinch myself sometimes, because I'm like, how the fuck did this happen to me, man? I was just a basic ass dude doing oil changes. Like, that's how I look at it. And like I said, it's just, this industry's been able to change my life. But the other thing is I've stepped out of my comfort zone. Right. And I was telling Gil the other day, I was like, you got to build a personal brand. So I built a personal brand to give myself a platform to be able to help more people. And I speak out more than most people do, because it's not comfortable. Right. But imagine being me. I'm like, I got a target on my back all the time. People like hate on me and talk shit on me, and I'm like, but the thing is with me, I keep shit real, so you can't talk shit on me, because I tell whatever you think or you're telling everybody about me, I'll say it out in person. I don't give a fuck, because I am who I am, and that's why people can't fuck with me, because I just keep it real all the time, and people don't like when people keep it real,
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why everybody knows my dark deep secrets, because I don't hide shit from anybody. It's I could give two fucks what people say. That's awesome. That sucks, dude. I wish I could come to your fucking event, man. I'm actually really not happy that I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'll be divorced.
Well, that's fine. You'll be in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. It's okay. We'll be back. I'll be back. It's fine.
I'll be back, baby. Don't worry. You're going to still need them bills paid, right? No,
yeah. I do wish, me and Ryan both said, dude, I do wish that we would have came, and nothing against the Service World Expo, but I do wish we'd have came to True Grit over that.
Yeah, Joker Sarah put on a fantastic event in Vegas, and, it was cool because, it's funny because at the same time I'm getting into the industry and I'm starting to build this name for myself, all these events ended, right? Because of COVID. So like a lot of people, like they know me from social media, but they've never met me in person, and they're like, they don't know what to think. And all of a sudden I'm this fucking 6'3" fucking loud retard. You know what I mean? They're like, what the fuck?
I didn't think you were going to be that tall. I'm like, he's taller than he looks. I was like, yeah. Damn, what's up, Vic? Like, fuck.
Yeah. So, but they're like, man, you're just the same way you're on social. I'm like, yeah, dude, like I'm fucking real, dude. I keep shit real. I ain't going to bullshit you. We're just going to have a good time. And it's just who I am. I'm outgoing. I'm fun. And some people don't like it. I'm just like, well, fuck you then.
Well, like I told you, man, I give you all the respect, man. When I first met you, I was like, obviously it's like, damn, what the fuck's this guy doing in Cali, man? Like something's going on. Like, man, there's no way he can keep doing that. There's no way that can keep going. And I give you 100% credit. You proved everybody wrong. Everybody fucking wrong who thought that bubble was going to burst. It didn't. It just kept getting set to new bars. And then that's why I tell people, you can think one thing on Facebook, but meet somebody in person. I had already thought highly of Victor, but then when I met him, it was even the icing on the cake. I do think you are a really good dude. You have great intentions. You've built a fucking amazing business.
Keep in mind, Gil, and like I've shared to everybody, right? There's ups and downs, right? You don't grow a business from $0 to $30 million without a bunch of fucking hiccups, dude, along the way. And I've made bad decisions, but the cool thing is when you know how to sell stuff, you can sell yourself out of position. You can sell yourself out of bad situations, right? And the biggest thing, if you guys, any of you guys are going to start a business, right, is the one thing you have to be able to do is come up with an idea. And if that idea fucking fails, be able to cut that shit, take it out behind the barn and fucking shoot it in the head quick. you have to be able to pivot fast. So if you want to grow a business or grow fast or whatever it is, you have to have that ability to pivot. Like if you know something's not going right, you're like, most guys will just keep beating a dead horse until they're fucking broke. Or you can say, hey, look, dude, like this isn't working. And if I go this way, I'm going to be fucked. So I'm going to go shoot it. Like I literally, I've made mistakes and most guys that I've made mistakes that most guys will fucking crumble under. And I'm not scared to admit that I fucked up and just move on. And the only thing you can do is move on and then keep pushing forward and keep getting better and keep, and learn how to sell some shit. Cause then if you can, like I said, you can sell your way out of anything. Like I can, oh fuck, you payroll's coming. I made a bad decision. I better go out and fucking sell some shit. Like I'll go sell $30,000 system. Like I got to go make some money,
Yeah.
So, and a lot of guys don't see that back end stuff and the things that I do to make sure that we're busy all the time. And I work just, 7 days a week and my wife hates me because I'm always on the phone, but yeah, there's different levels to it, man. But I think like I said, I just want to help as many people as possible. So I do got to get to work here in a minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to get ending this, and I do give it to you, Victor. And one thing from meeting you the first time to the second time, first it was like, oh, it was great. Everything's good. And then, yeah. And then when
bro.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you started hearing some of the struggles and the real, people were like, oh, he's not a robot. He's real. It's like, yeah, he's fucking real. He went through the same shit. It wasn't like he magically diverted all the bullshit to get to where he is. It's not how it works, but I know you got to go to work, man. I appreciate you coming on. I love talking to you, brother. Keep fucking doing what you're doing, killing the fucking industry, helping everybody. It's fucking amazing what you do, my man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, and if you guys, I run a Facebook group, which is Home Service Heroes. If you guys want to follow on that, it's a bunch of business owners that would share stuff back and forth. I know Gil's got a great group with the technicians. Also, if you guys, like I said, if you guys are interested in the app, reach out to Gil. Gil will get you set up on the app. You can check out our website at callservicehero.com, but the best way, Gil might be able to help you out with getting signed up with the app through him. Other than that, follow me on Facebook. Like I said, my name is Victor Rancour, Rancour. I post a lot of stuff and I like to keep it real and hopefully I inspire people. A lot of people ask, why do you post so much stuff? And I'm like, if it inspires one fucking person, then it's worth it to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, you can hit me up in the Facebook group or email me hvacuncensored@gmail.com. If you want to get with the app, I will get you set up to whatever you got to do. I highly recommend that all of you do it. Our technicians are going to be on this. So that just tells you, I'm not telling you guys to do something I wouldn't do myself that we're not doing ourselves. So I highly recommend you guys do it ASAP. Yeah, Vic, enjoy your day, man. Like I said,
I'm gonna send you some videos from Vegas, man. You're gonna be jealous of shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'll definitely be in Vegas for AHR, man. I'm trying to.
It's it's a fucking spectacle. We're taking the private jet out. It's gonna be sick, dude. Like the whole thing. Like we got the Gulfstream ready. We're taking off on Thursday. We're gonna get there. It's a spectacle. Like we went so above and beyond. I think we're at $800,000 plus on this event now, and I don't know if we'll make any money or not, but it's gonna be plenty of shit.
Well, fuck, if I get divorced and I come out to Vegas and I gotta stay out there, somebody's gotta give me a job, because I won't be able to come home because she's gonna have everything.
Oh, you know what? Sometimes you gotta leave it all behind, man. Just go.
That's funny. I'm gonna make sure my wife doesn't listen to this podcast.
She's like, Gil, where are you? I just don't feel good, babe. I'm gonna stay at my in-laws' house for a couple of days.
Yeah. I'll be back. I promise I'll be back. The kids are asking where you are.
I've never not came back, babe. I've never not came back.
That's fucking hilarious.
All right, big dog. Well, it was good. Thanks. Like I said, anybody that's on here, like I said, thanks for giving me a platform, Gil. And I hope that this helps a little bit. I hope you guys picked up a little bit of the sales stuff that I do. And I hope you guys, like I said, reach out to me and I would love to help any way I can. If you guys want to come out to my facility for our training, or if you're a business owner that just wants to come and check out my operation, the door's always open. That's free of charge to come out. I'm out in California. So anyways, Gil, it was a pleasure, man. My kids are banging on the door right now, but I'll hit you up, big dog.
I got you, buddy. Have a good one, my man.
All right, later.
See ya. All right, guys, I'm going to close this thing out right now, man. Big Vic's got to get to work, go out there and crush it in Cali. I got to get to work my damn self. I thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys like this live into the group, let me know. I'll start trying to do this whenever I can. When I record these podcasts, I'll do it live. You guys can interact. I know this is the first time, so, a lot of people didn't know it. I'll try to do better of, putting reminders and letting people know that it's out there for it to watch. So just let me know what you think. I'll put this video up after. So this audio of this will be out next Monday. I'll put that out as an audio podcast, and I'll put the video up in the YouTube page as well. So it's all there. Yeah, that was great, man. I love talking to Vic, man. The guy's a wealth of knowledge. He's done amazing things in this industry, and you can't deny that. There's no way around it. The guy has definitely kicked ass and takes names. This app is definitely legit, guys. You know I don't bring you anything without it being legit, and this app is definitely going to help people. $49. Get in there, try this thing out, and hey, if it's not for you, then hey, don't do it anymore. You know, you lost $49. You gambled $49 and you lost. But I know that you're not going to lose. That's the thing. I know. I've seen the app. I've been inside of it. I've seen everything, and I've seen it so much that I know it's valuable for our technicians. It is priceless. He should be charging way more than $49, and he's not. So that's why I'm telling you guys, before he changes his mind and says, hey, I should charge more than this, you should get in there. I'm just kidding. Victor will not change his mind. But yeah, it's an amazing app. Definitely check it out. I appreciate all of you that came live. I'm sorry that I couldn't type as much as possible. Hearing. Mr. Steven Short, hard of hearing on that turn. Who's Gil or Will or whoever? Yeah, I don't know what he's saying. Anyway, enough of those. I got to get to work. Yes. Thank you guys, man. I want to thank Yellow Jacket for being the exclusive sponsor of the podcast, as well as the Service Hero app. And I'll be announcing some other ones here later. If you're looking for a CRM to use, the best in the business is going to be our friends over at Service Titan. So thank you to all the sponsors that help make this podcast possible. And yeah, you guys get to work, make that money. And if I can help in any way, let me know. All right. I'll talk to you mofos later. See ya. Oh, actually, I got to play this.
Thanks for listening to the HVAC Uncensored Podcast. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, or email us anytime at hvacuncensored@gmail.com. Now, get back to work. Shut this down. The views and opinions shared on the HVAC Uncensored Podcast may not necessarily be the views and opinions of our sponsors or guests.